It's Monday, October 6th.
They have been waging war on public education. This underfunding is intentional.
This morning, 2,500 teachers across Alberta going on strike, leaving 700,000 students out of the classroom.
Lots of doubts and concerns whether it's going to take place, but as you can understand, there is a very strong sense of anticipation.
Talks happening in Egypt this morning will look to seize growing momentum towards a possible Gaza ceasefire laid out in U.S. President Donald Trump's 20-point plan. Rescue crews on the slopes of Mount Everest helping to free hundreds of hikers trapped by heavy snow.
See you in the Bronx,
Go Blue Jays! Go Blue Jays!
A picture-perfect weekend of playoff baseball has the Jays on the cusp of sweeping the Yankees. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good Blue Jays morning to you, Canada. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. How was the game for Daryl and Max
Oh,
yesterday?
they had such.
Did they go?
They went yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know.
So of all the games for them to go, this
my
was
God,
a
it was
great
the
one.
best.
There were some Yankee fans that were sitting near them at one point, just turned around and said, "We're leaving."
I bet.
The grandpa was mad. He's like, "We're leaving," and the grandson like, "No, I want to stay." Malcolm said it was great. The energy was great.
Yeah.
The baseball was amazing.
Yeah, Drew was there too. And
Really?
we've been to some like pretty iconic games, like bat flip, the whole like we've been to
Yeah.
some great games. And he said that like was the best game he's ever been to.
Oh,
because it had
Because it was
everything.
it did have
right?
everything.
Like it had
Yeah.
like a wicked rookie. It had incredible pitching. It had moments of like, are we going to lose this? and then the ending. It was
I
great.
know, so good. We're going to have a full recap coming up and reaction, of course. But first, another big story we're talking about today. No school for students this morning in Alberta. Teachers are on strike.
We're in a place where we've got a broken system. It's sick. It's been death by 1,000 budget cuts. And when we get right down to it, we just can't do any more as teachers. We've done our best. It's time for Danielle Smith and her government to step forward and do their best.
The province-wide strike is impacting more than 700,000 students across 2,500 public, separate, and francophone schools. Teachers rejected the government's latest offer late last month. That offer included a 12% pay raise over 4 years, a government promise to hire 3,000 more teachers to address class sizes, and money to cover the cost of a COVID-19 vaccine. Alberta Teachers Association President Jason Schilling says teachers want higher pay, better classroom conditions, fair funding, and support for 2S LGBTQ students. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is pushing a motion hoping to strengthen the bail system for violent and organized crime.
Some police tell me they arrest the same guy 3 times in a day. The same guy. Because he's been released, he's brought back, he's released again.
Pierre Poilievre says under the current Liberal rules, repeat violent offenders are getting released too often, leading to tragic and sometimes deadly incidents. The Toronto Police Association and the group End Violence Everywhere are 2 of the groups that have thrown their support behind this bill. Parliament is set to vote this week on whether to fast-track the Jail Not Bail Act. The Great Lakes St. Lawrence Leadership Summit wraps up today in Quebec City.
The only way forward is to always strengthen our ties and collaboration.
Quebec Premier François Legault yesterday calling for stronger ties. The summit brings together premiers and state governors on both sides of the border. Talks are focused on economy, defense, and tariffs. Premier Legault and Ontario Premier Doug Ford will wrap the summit with a press conference later today. How about that weather? What a warm weekend to start October for Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada.
It's lovely. We thought we would have to pack sweatshirts and rain jackets, and instead we've had just beautiful weather.
Stunning. Ottawa, Montreal hit heat records over the weekend. Temperatures in the high 20s. It was hot in Toronto, like hot, allowing for the roof to be open at the Dome for the Jays. Enjoy while you can, though. It is expected to be another warm day in the southern part of Ontario and Quebec today. After that, we will see a cool down. Kelsey will walk us through the week in weather coming up. With a lot of W's. In other news today, Egypt is hosting talks this morning, hoping for a possible Gaza ceasefire. Israeli officials and Hamas leadership will sit down for indirect talks. Qatar is also involved. Negotiations will center around this 20-point plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. Ahead of today's talks, President Trump urged all sides to move quickly.
It's a great deal for Israel. It's a great deal for the entire Arab world, Muslim world, and world. So we're very happy about it.
President Trump's plan calls for Hamas to disarm, give up power in Gaza, and free all remaining hostages. Israel would, in turn, stop its offensive and withdraw from most of Gaza. Both sides have shown an openness to accept parts of the plan. Talks today are expected to focus on the exchange of hostages for Palestinian prisoners, with the hopes of finalizing a deal this week. Rescue crews are hard at work this hour trying to free hundreds of hikers trapped by heavy snow on Mount Everest. A snowstorm hit campsites, housing hundreds of people. This is on the eastern side of the mountain. About 350 hikers have been guided to safety. Rescuers are in contact with 200 other people. The hikers were trapped at an elevation of more than 4,900 meters, which is a little more than halfway up Everest. The snowstorm struck during a week-long national holiday in China known as Golden Week, which is a peak season for local tourism. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival to those celebrating today. It's also known as the Moon Festival or Mooncake Festival, falling on the 15th day of the 8th month of the Chinese lunar solar calendar. It's a time for families to enjoy the harvest, light lanterns, and admire what's believed to be the roundest moon of the year. And as we know, tonight is the first supermoon of 2025. It is expected to be the largest and brightest full moon of the year and the first supermoon since November 2024. I was admiring the moon last night. It felt very large to me and not real. I told that to the kids. This was unreal. The Jays head to New York with a chance at a sweep after another dominant win over the Yankees.
Short toe, down, and ball. Oh, baby! Goodbye! Vlad Jr. strikes again!
So good. Vladdy's grand slam was the first in Jays playoff history, by the way. The Jays beat the Yankees 13-7. The story of the game, though, really, Trey Savage, 78 pitches, 48 strikes, 5.1 innings, no hits, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. Yes, 11 strikeouts, beating and breaking the Jays' postseason strikeout record. This was just his 4th big league start.
The energy and the passion that this fan base has and all 44,000 people that were here tonight is special.
And his family was there. So awesome. The Jays still need, obviously, one more win to move on to the ALCS. Fans have today to catch your breath. Game 3, tomorrow, Shane Bieber taking the mound for the Jays. First pitch just after 8, or 8:08 tomorrow night.